Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Voting ends today in the 2023 primary, and just as a reminder, we'll have all the outcomes and all the major local races tonight on our website. Congresswoman Kim Schreier will be in Wenatchee tomorrow to join a town hall hosted by the Governor's Veterans Affairs Advisory Committee. Warmer than normal midsummer weather will continue with the chance for thunderstorms this weekend. A Moses Lake motorcyclist is dead after a traffic collision on West Broadway Avenue. Police say 30-year-old Kelton Kimmel was speeding west on Broadway in the 1100 block about 11:20 a.m., weaving in and out of traffic. His motorcycle struck a Subaru that was pulling out of a nearby business. Kimmel was severely injured and transported to Samaritan Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Police said there will be no charges against the driver who was struck in that accident. A Chelan parent who scattered nude images of a teenager at Eastmont Junior High pleaded guilty yesterday to felony harassment and 2 gross misdemeanors for the incident. Amanda Sue Austin, who's now 48 years old, faces a possible term of 3 months in jail with work release when she's sentenced 2 weeks from now. Austin and her teen daughter entered the school in March of 2021, where they left printed pages that included images of the victim plus her email address and social media accounts. Police said the incident arose from a rivalry between Austin's daughter and the teen victim. She was originally charged with 2 felonies, distribution of child pornography and burglary. Austin's daughter pleaded guilty in juvenile court last year to a gross misdemeanor. Voting ends today in the 2023 primary, and just as a reminder, we'll have outcomes in all the major local races tonight on our website. The top 2 vote getters will advance to the November election in the race for mayor in Wenatchee, Chelan, and Leavenworth, as well as an at-large board race in the Wenatchee School District. For those results, visit NCWLIFE.com tonight or tune in tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley to see our complete election coverage. Link Transit will be holding a public hearing for comments on the agency's 6-year draft transit development plan. The proposed 2023 through 2028 plan helps identify transit service needs, prioritize improvements, determine the resources required to implement modified or new services, and provides a foundation for requests for grant funding. Copies of the draft can be found on the Link Transit website, or interested community members can pick up a copy at Columbia Station's guest services or requested to be received through the mail. Written comments will be accepted through August 14th and can be submitted to the Board of Directors via email at boardclerk@linktransit.com or by mail. The hearing will be held in conjunction with the board's regular meeting on August 15th at 3 p.m. It's held in the 3rd floor boardroom of Columbia Station, or a Zoom link that can be found on the Link Transit website. When we come back, it's the first day of August and the first day of new parking restrictions in downtown Wenatchee, and potential contractors to carry out the planned $134 million Confluence Parkway are lining up to court the city of Wenatchee for a chance to steer that project. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Well, looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
No.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you at med-project.org.
Dear Mary Maids, just got home from a trade show and I didn't have time to pick up the house. Kids made chili. Jeff did a mud run. Oh, and Winston shredded Teddy's bed. Again, please clean it the best you can. Oh, except for the statue Max made for me. Thanks, Abby.
Hi, Abby. Clean kitchen. Clean bath, clean floor, naughty cat, poor Teddy. The statue is precious. You should keep it forever. See you next time, Merry Maids.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to experience Blueberry Hills. Of course, the food is fabulous, like our cheese splints, our famous French dip, our legendary Eggs Benedict, and unforgettable burgers. But we're more than just great food. People come from all over the world to experience what's been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
A heads up tonight, it's the first day of August and the first day of new parking restrictions in downtown Wenatchee. The City Council back in June adopted a 2-hour time limit for parking in the downtown core. The change was requested by the Wenatchee Downtown Association to encourage turnover among shoppers and visitors. The city is encouraging motorists to use its longer-term free lots at 2nd and Palouse Streets while they window shop along Wenatchee Avenue. Congresswoman Kim Schreier will be in Wenatchee tomorrow to join a town hall hosted by the Governor's Veterans Affairs Advisory Committee. Schreier will be discussing the services her office provides to veterans and the 1-year anniversary of the PACT Act. The PACT Act expanded veterans' health care and extends eligibility for veterans whose lives were impacted by burn pits, Agent Orange, and other toxic exposures. Schreier will urge veterans to file claims with the VA by August 9th to have their benefits backdated to August 10th of last year. Veterans, families, and service providers are invited to join the town hall at 10 a.m. tomorrow at American Legion Post 10 on North Wenatchee Avenue. Potential contractors to carry out the planned $134 million Confluence Parkway are lining up to court the city of Wenatchee for a chance to steer that project. Last week, city engineer Jake Lewing told the city council that 5 contractor teams have reached out about the plan to build a North Wenatchee bypass with a second Wenatchee River bridge. Lewis said no bids have been solicited, but the initial meetings have begun.
We are in the middle of procurement, and so it's a two-part process. The first spot was we solicited qualifications from teams, and we got 5 qualifications submitted from either individual contractors or joint ventures, and these are really big teams, so we were really excited to get that much interest in the project. I mean, these are some of the teams that have built billion-dollar projects throughout the West Coast, including here locally, like working on the floating bridge and 405 and coming off some pretty landmark projects. So we had 5 teams. We shortlisted 4 of them, and then this week, as we're anticipating proposals from in about 5 weeks, we did our first round of interactive meetings. So it gives us a chance to sit across the table from them, see how we work with them, let them ask questions to get to know our project more, because we've been up to our neck in it, but they're kind of coming in fresh and they're trying to learn and get smart on it so they can propose. So the last 2 days we met with 4 of the teams just upstairs and had 2-hour meetings. So it was a good opportunity to get in front of them. And I think really what came out of it is we're a lot of interest in the project and we're really getting their best teams. So I think that gives us confidence that it's a project that a lot of people want to do.
Coming up next in tonight's feature story, about 50 people turned out to Wenatchee's Pennsylvania Park last week to splash in the wading pool and enjoy free art lessons. Above normal temperatures will continue this week, with even hotter temperatures expected this weekend, along with a chance for thunderstorms. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
I chose a career at Confluence South because I wanted to help people, and I knew there would be opportunities for growth. I started as a medical assistant, but quickly advanced in my career. I received 5 promotions in only 7 years, 3 of those in management roles. Most organizations don't offer that type of growth. Now, as a career pathway coordinator, I let everyone know. Come join Confluence Health. Come grow with us.
D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee provides financial services for independent-minded clients working to secure their futures. Whether it's helping construct your personal financial, retirement, or estate plan, they start with a disciplined approach and straightforward advice. An individualized approach is rooted in the values, stability, and strength their company was founded on in 1935. With offices coast to coast and personal attention you deserve right here in the Wenatchee Valley, learn more about D.A. Davidson.
About 50 people turned out to Wenatchee's Pennsylvania Park last Wednesday to splash in the wading pool and enjoy free art lessons. Terry Valdez has been teaching art in the Wenatchee Valley for decades, and now he and his partners are bringing the art cart to city park locations to help kids have fun with their own creativity. In tonight's feature story, we caught up with Terry to talk about that project.
We did what we called a soft opening at Washington Park, which is just like 3 doors away from my house. So we wheeled it across the street, and we didn't advertise at all. The city had it on their schedule, a city park, but we didn't want to. We want to see how things went. You know, we were laughing. Oh, it's like a carnival or a circus or whatever, or a concert. And then we're every 2 weeks. So then we did Kiwanis Medhow Park. And the Parque Padrinos helped us with that. They were some volunteers, and then my assistants. And anyway, that was 50 plus people too. So the art cart, the idea came to myself and my partner girlfriend Sandra. We were in New York City, and 2 years ago in May. And I wanted to go see the New York Public Library because it's a gorgeous architectural wonder. And here was this art cart. It was a nice day, sitting out, 4 tables, all free art materials. And she offhandedly said, you know, you ought to do this in Wenatchee. They're done all over the country, really, I found. But so I bounced the idea off the PIBAS Foundation, the art committee. They said, well, go for it, you know. And then I talked to Dave Erickson at the city. The city's been phenomenal at the Parks Department. So we made up a schedule. They started, and they've done things like let us reserve all the covered areas for free. Getting it built, a student, he really deserves mention, Trace Carroll. He's a student at Pinnacles Prep, the charter school. I worked with him on the idea, and he literally sketched out this 3D idea. And then I took it to a master woodworker here in the valley, Barry Barnes. He's lived here forever. He's now retired. He donated so much time and labor engineering it. So literally, it's put together with wooden pins, a lot of it, and bolts. I can fit it in an SUV if I have to and take it apart. We've been not doing that. Luckily, we've been sliding it a bit in the pickup, you know. So a lot of moving parts. It's been really magical in terms of the response from the community. The lesson is about a 5-minute lesson I introduce that can be, and Claire, my daughter, has been trained in it, Keisha, and it's just a warm-up exercise, whether it's a kindergarten age kid or an adult, and they can, they just learn 6 techniques I demonstrate, and then I just tell them, I go, it's the weather's so good, and it's really good quality watercolor paper. They can then let them dry in a few minutes, flip it over and do their own thing. I really hope it travels home. The parents are encouraged to do art with their kids. Many of the parents are already encouraging that, but I know firsthand, you know, I had teachers that encouraged me from the 2nd grade, and you know, I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to have an art career. So that's not so important as much as encouraging the creativity.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Tuesday, just about where we should be for this time of year out there. But boy, as we take a look up north from our Billy Goat Sky-Fi Tower camera, you can see the city of Pateros. This might be one of the best shots we've had in a while of Billy Goat, and the city of Brewster right here. But notice all of the haze, and that's from that fire up around the Oroville Canadian border, and it's pumping a lot of smoke into Okanagan Valley. We're talking towns Twisp, Winthrop, Okanagan, and of course Pateros and Brewster seeing that sort of downgraded air quality today. But I'll tell you what, it should go away tomorrow for you folks up north, and we are going to see some very warm temperatures. Sunny and hot Wednesday. I don't think Thursday and Friday are a big chance for thunderstorms for us. Those will mainly be in the Idaho mountains, but our temperatures are going to be close right to those numbers. 97 Thursday, 95 Friday, and then I believe Saturday and Sunday we will see a chance for thunderstorms, and we'll talk more about that coming up in a little bit. Today's high temperature, look at that, right where we should be. Unofficially 90 today, and that is our normal high temperature for this time of year. Boy, it was a scorcher back in 2009, 107 our record high temperature. Started off the day at 61 this morning, a few clicks below where we should be at 64 for this time of year. And our record low, 51 degrees, set in 1987. Sun came up this morning at 5:39 and sets tonight at 8:35. All right, let's take a look at your hump day Wednesday temperatures. They are going up for almost all of us. 94 in Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. So as usual, the Columbia Basin will be one of our warmer spots. Also Omak at 94. The rest of us low 90s, 93 in Wenatchee, 92 in Eniat, and 91 the high temperature tomorrow in Leavenworth. Tonight, we can expect clear skies all around our area. We will see seasonal low temperatures, area of high pressure to our south and low pressure just off the coast, both bringing that warmer air into Washington state. Low temperatures tonight, right about 60 degrees for most of us in our viewing area. For Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. It will warm up. Once again, that area of low pressure actually helping bring that warm air in. Going to see highs tomorrow generally in the low 90s. And then for Thursday, more of the same. We might see a few more high clouds. A lot of activity to our east in Montana along a trough of low pressure. That will be affecting us later on, but not so much Thursday. Check that out. Mid-90s for our high temperature. On Friday, high clouds. It will be hot once again as our high pressure ridge noses up over Washington. We will see an area of low pressure in the eastern part of the state that could act as a catalyst for some thunderstorms as we get into Saturday. It's going to bring us a few more clouds. We'll see it mainly in eastern and central Washington, but there's that patch of thunderstorms we're going to keep our eye on Saturday afternoon. Temperatures are going to be hot still, low to mid 90s on Saturday. And then for Sunday, more of the same. Here's that trough of low pressure, and it's going to bring some shower activity back into Washington. That'll be afternoon activity. Highs on Sunday in the mid 90s. And then by Monday, partly cloudy and downright hot. Our ridge continues to build off the Pacific. Still might see some high clouds throughout central and southern Washington, but it's going to be warm with high temperatures Monday staying in those mid 90s. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast now. 60 degrees overnight tonight, 93 for your Wednesday, and then a couple of days of high clouds both Thursday and Friday. Highs mainly in the low to mid 90s, and then that chance for thunderstorms this weekend, both Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. 93 Saturday and 94 Sunday, and by Monday, partly cloudy and still hot with a high temperature of 95. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Castle Rock International is the Northwest premier real estate agency for large acreage properties, farms and ranch land, lodging and resorts, and other distinctive commercial real estate. Professional, knowledgeable, and discreet, Castle Rock International has the listings and the buyers you have been looking for. Contact John McNamara at Castle Rock International today, or visit their website for more information on this award-winning company.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
The Mariners opened a 3-game homestand against the Boston Red Sox on a winning note last night, downing the Bo Sox by a final of 6-2. Cal Raleigh provided the big blows on the night early, hitting 2 solo home runs. Seattle added some insurance runs in the 8th to go on for the victory.
The runner goes. The throw is cast into center field. Durant is up. He's racing to third. Here's the throw there. That gets by. He's trying to score. Here's the flip. They're not going to get him.
I mean, he gets a great jump. He's beating it out even on a good throw. Suarez dekes him there. He thinks, oh, maybe he's got the ball. Nope, just kidding. Doesn't matter when you're that fast. You're just creating a run all by yourself. Man, is that fun to watch.
Cal hits a high fly ball, deep right field. Going back, Verdugo. He can only watch. Bye-bye. Big Cal ties it at 1-1 here in the second inning. 15th home run, RBI number 42. Oh, hey now for Cal. Drives it out of here. 1-1 to Cal. High drive right field. Has he done it again? Yeah, he did. Hey now. Cal Raleigh's giving the Mariners a 2-1 lead here in the 7th. A multi-home run game for the big man. He's got 16 on the season. Big Cal, he loved.
Looking to get the ball up in the air to the outfield.
Fly ball base hit to get another run. That'll work. Down the line. Scoring is Milo. Scoring is Caballero. Julio Rodriguez, a 2-run single, and the Mariners have a 4-1 lead. The 0-1. Through the hole, base hit. Walking home is JP. Mariners have a 5-1 lead. RBI leader, Eugenio Suarez, makes it his 65th of the season.
2-2, softly hit on the infield. Suarez won't throw, and a run scores. Connor Wong across the plate, now 6-2.
Wow. 3-2 pitch to Yoshida, a couple of men aboard. And the pitch, up the middle, JP! Wow! What a play! Game over! And the Mariners beat Boston 6-2!
Prior to last night's game, Seattle announced it had traded closing pitcher Paul Sewald to the Diamondbacks in exchange for outfielder Dominic Canzone, infielder Ryan Bliss, and infielder Josh Rojas. Sewald was 3-1 with 21 saves for the Mariners in 45 appearances this season. Seattle and Boston go at it again tonight at 6:40 on Root Sports Northwest and the Major League Baseball Network, by the way, featured game there. Checking the Les Schwab American League West scoreboard, Los Angeles beat Atlanta 4-1. The Angels got home runs from Luis Rengifo, Randall Grichuk, and Chad Wallach. Yordan Alvarez smacked a 3-run homer in a 4-run 6th inning for Houston as the Astros topped Cleveland 7-3. The Wenatchee Apple Sox begin its final road trip of the regular season tonight in Bellingham. Wenatchee will send Felix Schlade to the mound and still looking for his first win of the summer. The Bells still haven't said who they're going to start for tonight. Somebody's going to go out there. Game gets underway at 6:35 at Joe Martin Field. We had a chance to visit with Apple Sox broadcaster Joel Norman and catcher Carson Olin before they headed out of town yesterday.
It's too bad the Wenatchee Apple Sox can't just pick up Paul Thomas Field and take him to Bellingham and take him to Canada this weekend. The best home record in franchise history was sealed with a nice victory on Sunday against Edmonton. Joel Norman, introduce this fine young gentleman to your left.
Carson Owen joining us here for our latest taping of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and boy, you know, he's had a heck of a season. It came on really strong in the month of July, and so he flipped the calendar to August. They're going to keep that going as well. Incoming freshman at University of Washington, West Coast League Player of the Week 2 weeks ago, and he's heating up at the right time. And I know, Dan, I'm sure you love it. It's fun to have a catcher who can also play the outfield a little bit. It gives them a break defensively, but you also have elite defender and an elite bat in both options.
Is it fun for you, my friend, to have not only your brother on the team, but have family so close they can come and watch you play? Most of these guys from California don't get that luxury, but you do. You get to play in front of family and friends.
Absolutely, all the time. It's so awesome to have family coming. You know, my parents have been here quite a bit. They even made their way up to Victoria the other weekend. And then, yeah, grandparents had aunts and uncles come last night, and so it's been a blast to be able to play in front of them, and they're loving it as well.
How can you account for your rather remarkable offensive numbers? You earned the Player of the Week on merit. You deserve that. What's going on? You just feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good, seeing the ball really well. I was telling Joel early in the season I was making a lot of adjustments on my swing, and a lot of them clicked, and then I just started rolling, seeing the ball really big, and started crushing the ball and stuck with it.
Adjustments on your own, or did your hitting coach pull you aside and say, I'd like you to do this or that?
The coaches here with the Apple Sox don't like to do that too much. They don't like to mess with our swings too much, but I did get a little bit of advice from Coach Kelly and worked on that, and it eventually ended up working. So,
do you study your own film? Do you look at your own mechanics from an unbiased eye so you can see yourself, not inside yourself, and see what you're doing?
I do, yeah. I usually screen record swings from inside games, and then also in the cages I'll be filming my swing to look at my mechanics and ultimately make adjustments needed.
Your brother's on the team. Was it fun growing up to always have somebody to play catch with? Does he make you a better ball player and vice versa?
Definitely. Looking up to him always. You know, growing up he was a catcher as well, so I always looked up to him. We were always too far apart. We were always 4 years apart, so this is kind of the first time we've ever played together since COVID, since he had another year of eligibility. So it's been really cool to play with him, and you know, playing catch with him out there is like growing up.
Joel, you've seen this guy play more than I have. Your impressions?
Oh, it's been really fun to watch his development. I think every year, and Dan, we've talked about this before, the incoming freshmen, they have their learning stages early in the season, mid-June through the end of that month. It can be a tough stretch sometimes. Some guys come in, you're flying, ready to go. And Carson started that way. He had an RBI double, his first at-bat of the summer, hit a couple of weeks of some tough play, but then right around the start of July, things just turned the corner, and he's been raking ever since. And, you know, there's kind of a reason why he's been batting second a lot in the lineup. And, you know, Dan, I think in the modern baseball now, there's been that debate of where the best hitter is in the lineup. And I think we're seeing a lot of major league teams put their best hitter second. And I think the Sox have been doing that. You know, you can't blame Coach Charlington for wanting Owen to get as many at-bats as possible.
Sox are going to the playoffs. Who and when and how many home games, that is yet to be decided. And starting tonight in Bellingham, a team, quite frankly, who's been playing us pretty much man up all year long. The Bells are good.
They're a really good team, probably the best team in terms of pitching in this league. We think we're right there with them, but they've got a couple of extra arms who I think in there they've done a really good job. And this is going to be a test this week, taking on them. And, you know, we owe them a couple of wins, I think. After what they came in last week, they stole a couple here. Now it's the Apple Sox turn to go do that at Joe Martin Field.
The fact that we don't have to really put up, last year we made the playoffs like the second to last day. Now we're in with still 6 games to go. Does that make things just a little bit easier? Hey, let's go 3-3 in our final 6-game road trip and start kicking butt in the playoffs? Or do you want to just say, let's just take it to them now?
I would say it's a good thing to know that we're in the playoffs, but once again, the record still matters for home field advantage. So we're definitely pushing hard to win all 6 games on this road trip right here, because we want to play here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium for semifinals and the final game. So that's the goal.
3 games in Bellingham, 3 games in Kelowna. The regular season wraps up on Sunday, and then it's playoff time. Back to you.
Thank you much, Dan. While the Apple Sox have qualified for the postseason, still undetermined as to their seeding and whom they'll face in the first round of the playoffs. Heading into tonight, Wenatchee leads Victoria by 2.5 games in the WCL's North Division second half standings. Kelowna still has a chance to catch Wenatchee at 4 games back, with 3 left to play against the Apple Sox coming up this weekend at Elk Stadium. There was only 1 game played in the West Coast League last night, and it had Portland downing Springfield 3-1. Dalton Mashore's 2-run single was the big hit for the Pickles in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.